We received this gift from a dear friend, and it's one of the most beautiful things and saddest things I think that we've ever received. This came shortly after we had to complete our decision to let Murphy go and rest. I can't begin to tell you the heartache that we have, and those of you that have lost loved ones and pets, you know and understand. What we decided to do is give him a long goodbye. A bucket list of things that really were probably more for us than him, but it included taking him back to one of his most favorite places to go take a swim. Took a little bit of work. I had to build a modification to our lawnmower trailer and make it so that we could roll him way back in the park down the trail. I let him walk for a little while, but his legs gave out and he got tired. We got down to the creek, a place that he's enjoyed so much over the years, and we've enjoyed letting him go. And he went out in the water and started to swim, and he wasn't really able to swim. The current came along, and his back legs weren't doing much any good, and he kind of turned over sideways in the water, and I turned the video off before there was any trouble so that I could make sure and go grab him. But I think he was glad to be out there. We loaded him up and took him down to his other spot that he used to swim in as a puppy and as a young, strong adult. And got him out in the water. I had to carry him quite a ways to get past a lot of obstacles. And all he wanted to do was stand in about 6 inches of water, and then he got out. He let us know he was done. And he wobbled along the shore and around where someone had put a little campfire and fell down and let me know that he needed to be carried back. So the next night, excuse me, I'm sorry. The next day, we went to our favorite nursery and we bought a dogwood tree. And we planted the dogwood tree with Murphy out with us as a family, as a living reminder of something that I could take care of and see grow and look out and remember him. And it was happy, sad. The next night, my wife made him his own sirloin steak. It was delicious. And she let him eat at the table, just like he probably always wanted to, but we never allowed him. But he stood there shaking, quivering, because he can't stand still very well or balance. And he enjoyed that steak. And that night we put him in bed with us, and he had a good night's rest. And it broke my heart all night because I knew it was coming. The next day I tried to take him out. He wasn't drinking any water. When he could stand in the yard, he just stood, and then he'd fall down. The decision was made, and our veterinarian gave us an appointment. And it was very peaceful. I don't want to use the words beautiful, but it was peaceful and calm. We gave him his last ride in the truck. He was tired. He normally would look around a lot, and he just laid down. We got to the clinic. He put on a little bit of a show, and he tried to wag his tail and let the ladies know that he was happy to see them. He was always happy to see them. But he couldn't walk and stand on his own without falling. They took him in the back and put a catheter to make it go easier, and brought him back to a blanket where we could spend time, as much time as we wanted. And when the time came, while we were holding him, we let him rest. A very tough decision. But as the days have gone on, I realized that it was the right decision. He was not functioning. He was in pain. I kept saying in these videos that I didn't think he was in pain, and now that I've gone back and looked at them, I realize he wanted to please us. Very stoic dog. He's very stoic. He didn't show his pain. He hid it. His slowdown's been occurring for months and months, and just really came to a crash here in the last several weeks. The house is quiet. My morning routine broken. I feel like he's there. I hear this wind chime, and I think he's near. We all miss him. We're thankful for the time we had. 8 years wasn't long enough. But I'll share this with you, anyone with the follow-up. DM is no joke. Degenerative myelopathy is no joke. And the best thing you can do is keep your dog as active as possible all the time. Yeah, they might let themselves become couch potatoes, but don't let them. And I think the reason why Murphy made it as long as he did with his DM is he was pretty strong, all things considered. He and I walked up to 5 miles a day, almost every day for quite a while, until he started declining so badly. And even then, we'd go out here, we'd go out in this yard, walk during our lunchtime. So I'm going to finish this video up. Come out here to this tree. This beautiful dogwood tree. It was blooming when we planted it. And every year that it blooms, I'm gonna think of him. There's some custom sticks he made for me while we were planting the tree. He put his marks on them and chewed it. I actually had to take it away from him at one point because he couldn't hold his head up and stand without falling over. I was afraid he was going to jab that up his throat. But that's his custom stick. Thank you for those that watch. Thank you for those that have been thinking of us. Thank you for those that had suggestions and ideas of ways to make him comfortable. I do have one bit of news as we close this up. We do have room in our hearts for another dog, and we went out on the Morris Animal Foundation, which he was a member with the cancer study, golden retrievers, and we posted a question of any breeders, anybody that had a puppy, and we found one. And end of this month, we're going to go pick him up, and he's not a replacement. Let me be clear, he's not a replacement for Murphy, because he'll be his own person, his own dog, his own personality. But he'll just continue the legacy that Murphy brought. And he's a golden. We know a little bit more about them now. This will be our third one. So I'm sure there'll be videos and places that we'll see. Oliver Fenn McDonald. So this is in memory to Murphy, our beloved friend, our beloved companion, our beloved little fur ball that brought so much joy and gave me an opportunity to care for him. Thank you, Murphy. Thank you for making our lives better.